Grief is a language everyone understands, a sorrow that touches us all at some point. But when a daughter loses her mother or her father, something fundamental shifts inside her. The world doesn't just feel different, is different. The colors seem a little less vibrant, the future a little less certain, and the person she used to be is never quite the same. Today, I want to talk about the profound, lifelong ways that grief changes a daughter. If you have walked this path, or if you're walking it right now, please know this: you are not alone in this journey. When a daughter loses a parent, especially her mother, a part of her own identity feels like it's been torn away. Our parents are our first mirrors, our anchors in the world, the people who reflect back to us who we are. Without them, many daughters experience a strange and hollow emptiness, feeling that a core piece of themselves is permanently missing. Suddenly, you might find yourself wrestling with questions you never had to ask before. Who am I now, without her guidance? Who do I become, without his approval? This isn't just about missing them. It's about redefining yourself in their absence. This redefinition can take so many forms. Some daughters find themselves becoming more protective, stepping into a nurturing role they never had to before. They become the caregivers, the organizers, the strong ones. Others become more guarded, building walls to protect a heart that now knows the true depth of pain. And many of us start carrying our parents' traits forward, almost unconsciously. You might find yourself cooking their signature recipes just to feel close to them, repeating their favorite sayings, or fiercely protecting family traditions they held dear. Whether we realize it or not, grief doesn't just make us sad. It actively reshapes our identity, weaving our parents' legacy into the person we are becoming. Grief also forever changes how a daughter experiences and processes her emotions. Before, sadness might have been a passing storm. Now, tears can surface unexpectedly, triggered by a song, a smell, or a simple memory. Joy, too, becomes complicated. Every happy moment, every milestone, every celebration is tinged with the bittersweet ache of wishing they were here to share it. You can be blissfully happy and profoundly sad at the exact same time. It's a paradox that only those who have grieved deeply can truly understand. But with this new emotional landscape comes a deeper capacity for empathy. So many daughters I've spoken to say they now understand pain in a way they never could before. They become gentler with others, more patient, more acutely aware that everyone around them is carrying their own invisible battles. You see the fragility in others because you've felt it so intensely in yourself. Of course, it's not all gentle empathy. Grief also brings a storm of other feelings: loneliness, that feels like a physical weight, and a raw, burning anger. A daughter might feel abandoned, cheated out of time, or even feel a heavy guilt for words left unsaid or moments not taken. These emotions don't just fade away. They become part of her, reshaping how she connects with the world and the people in it. One of the biggest and most immediate changes grief brings is in a daughter's relationships. She often steps into roles she never anticipated. Suddenly, she might be the one caring for younger siblings, offering emotional support to her surviving parent, or becoming the new emotional anchor for the entire family. It's a heavy burden to carry while you also trying to navigate your own heartbreak. Friendships can shift dramatically to some friends, through no fault of their own, just won't understand the depth of her pain. They might offer platitudes or disappear, unable to sit with such heavy sorrow. In those moments, a daughter may pull away, feeling isolated, but grief has a way of revealing who your true people are: the ones who show up, who listen without trying to fix it, who simply hold space for your pain. Romantic relationships can also be profoundly affected. For some, the experience of loss deepens their capacity for love, because they now understand its value in a way that is raw and real and urgent. They know that time is not promised. For others, grief can strain a partnership, as it builds invisible walls that are hard for a partner to see, let alone climb over. Grief doesn't just change the daughter, it sends ripples through her entire web of connections, reshaping the very fabric of her social world. After a significant loss, many daughters find that their entire perspective on life has been altered. Things that once seemed so important, career stress, social drama, minor inconveniences, suddenly feel meaningless. In their place, the small, everyday moments become magnified. The smell of morning coffee, the sound of a loved one's laughter, the simple warmth of the sun on your skin, these become sacred treasures. Grief is a harsh teacher, but it teaches the invaluable lesson of presence. It makes a daughter acutely aware of time in a brand new way. She understands, in her bones, that nothing is guaranteed and that every single moment counts. This new awareness can manifest in two very different ways. For some, it brings a lingering anxiety, a constant low-level fear of losing others they love. Every goodbye feels a little heavier, every phone call missed a little more worrying. But for others, this same awareness sparks a fire of courage. It becomes a catalyst to live more fully, to take risks, to chase dreams with a newfound urgency, all because they know just how fragile and precious this life truly is. They live now for themselves, and for the parent who can't. Perhaps the most profound and lasting change is the quiet, unbreakable strength that grief builds in a daughter. In the beginning, it feels like it shatters you into a million pieces. The pain is so immense, you can't imagine ever feeling whole again. But slowly, over time, many daughters discover a resilience they never knew they possessed. They learn that they can survive the unsurvivable. They learn to carry their love for their parent in new and beautiful ways, through memories, through stories, through continuing their traditions, and even through the way they treat other people. A daughter who has grieved deeply often becomes the carrier of her parents' legacy. She might carry forward their kindness, their ambition, their creativity, or simply the powerful way they loved their family. In a way, grief does unjust change her, it intricately weaves her mother or father into the very fabric of who she is forever. They live on, not just in memory, but in her actions, her choices, and her heart. Grief is not something a daughter ever gets over. That's a myth. It's something she learns to grow around. The hole in her heart remains, but her life expands around it, filled with new experiences, new love, and new wisdom. It changes her forever, her heart, her relationships, her outlook on life, and her inner strength. And while the pain of the loss never truly disappears, neither does the power of the love. To every daughter watching this who is grieving right now, your tears are valid. Your anger is valid. Your silence is valid. Your messy, complicated journey is valid. And though you may feel broken in this moment, please remember this. You are also becoming. You are being forged into someone stronger, more compassionate, and more deeply connected to what truly matters. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me today. If this video spoke to you, please consider sharing it with another daughter who might need to hear these words. And if you'd like more conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm sending you all so much love and strength.